Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne, for old lang syne. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days.
Where's the game? Here we go. Hey, there you go. Okay. We'll turn the music off because there's no point. Because we have music in the game. We'll start a new game.
Paris, city of love, romance, and dreams. So they say. I used to say it too, but ever since that day, the day of the murder, I've always associated my beloved Paris with death. I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
Okay. What I will do is go on to TikTok as well, maybe. Because I think they should be able to handle that as well. So just bear with me.
Santa got stuck up the chimney, he began to shout.
You girls and boys won't get any toys if you don't haul me out. My beard is black, there's salt in my sack, my nose is tickling too.
When the Santa got stuck up the chimney,
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Just hoping this don't fuck up my camera. Why can't you pick the game up? Okay, well we'll get rid of that and start again then. Can't pick the game up because it was closed. Oh, I beg to differ, the game is there. Microphone's not working on that one because it's on the wrong one. That needs to be on that. Hello, yep, that works. That's that. Good. Awesome. Game. Broken sword. I can't even spell fucking broken. No. Broken. Can't believe there's no other games called Broken. What's the direct? No, I'll just put under other games in. Broken sword. Save. Stream. Go live. And I'll nick that. Minimize that. Put you over there. Just had a baked spud in the Market Tavern, trying to get motivated to do tonight. It was a good walk Saturday. Yeah, it was. It was good, dude. It was good. I was happy with it. I'm glad everyone turned out who did. Yeah, it was good. Right, now we can play. Now we're all sorted. So this bloke has just been killed. So we've got to go around looking for clues.
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Hello Shane, how are you? I know I've played this game before, so I know where everything is, but I'm just gonna
A
be dumb.
bust of Pierre Cauchon, humble servant of La France.
So we need to investigate him.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime. I'd come across this murderer before and written about him. The costume killer.
Could have guessed
At
that
least
in
that's
the
what I'd
days.
called him.
Oh, what was that dude? What, illness or?
It was one of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down. Some people hate searching corpses for
Oh,
clues.
hello.
Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend. In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
Oh no.
Cauchon had been shot.
No, has he? Fucking hell, he's been shot.
I closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Can't be waiting the Saturday. I spent 120 quid to get my cat fixed up, and the truck broke again. Ah, fucking hell. Pluka 14 low health? What's that mean? Right, so we've done his... We've done him. There's no more we can do with him. And then... Let's have a look there. It should have shown you a sticker. No.
A small round piece of glass
All
had
I've got
been
is
cut out of the
Blucher,
pane.
'cause I'm not on
This
TikTok.
was a
Sorry.
professional job.
I'm not on Twitch. So I'm doing this through Prism, which is like a free multi-streaming software.
Merry Christmas!
So I won't be able to see any stickers or anything like that. Mr. Twos, think if you like, he's been shot dead. And the low health sticker. Okay, I'm with you.
Pierre Cauchon was
No.
stiff for the last.
I don't want to watch him. We need to look through there.
I didn't want to cut myself and leave blood on the glass. Call me old-fashioned, but I like to keep my DNA to myself. Pierre Cauchon again. His eyes seemed to follow me around the room.
Right. I think we're done here. And there's nothing else. I think all we had to do is pick a hair clip up so we can go out the door.
The police could turn up at any minute. Somewhere there were clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
The murder.
I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Let's have a look at the painting.
Imelda had talent, but I certainly wasn't going to tell her that.
Right. I think you have to go and have a tamper with this door.
The door was locked.
There's a way to get the key. I don't know if we can... Okay. Don't know if we can, like...
It was going to take more than a hair clip to open the door.
Okay,
I'm-
fucking hell. Shout at me.
She was deep in conversation. She totally ignored me.
She will do, because you're a twat. Okay, what's going on here?
There was no one I needed to phone. Not until I had solved this case.
Ho, ho,
Besides,
ho!
Imelda was using
Merry
it.
Christmas!
Why is TikTok not showing the game? Okay, just bear with me. I don't know who that was, but thank you for your like. I'm just going to have to do a little bit of wizardry here because for some reason TikTok isn't actually picking up the game. Why are you not picking up the game? Right, I'll have to do display capture on that because I fucking TikTok shit really. Right, now you can all see, I hope. Right, how do we get her off the phone? Yeah, now you can all see it. Awesome. How is everyone anyway? Hope we're all good. Everyone's having a good day. Right, she's on the phone. We need to get her off of it.
She was deep in.
I'm going to nick that oilcloth in.
It was a tube of a. Just the color I was after for. I'm sorry, I have to go. Someone is.
There you go.
Young lady, what are you doing? Oh, this paint. For God's sake.
Young lady, what are you doing?
Excuse me, madame. Yes? You're upset, madame. Please take this. That is the lace cloth from the table. What can you be thinking? I am so sorry for your loss,
Let's
madame.
ask some
No, you're
stupid
not.
questions.
You're a journalist. Journalists don't feel sorry. Not true. We shall see. Why did your husband send for me? What did he want to discuss? I have no idea. His business was his business. He never told you anything? No, and frankly, I preferred it that way. How did your husband know my father? I have no idea. You didn't know him? Thierry Collard? Pierre knew a lot of people I didn't know, most of them women.
No.
Why would a mime want to kill your husband? Pierre had plenty of enemies.
Play with a mime.
Half the husbands in Paris for a start. This is quite a scoop for you. I suppose you're already inventing the headlines. Just because I am a journalist. Don't patronize me.
Hello, Amy.
You're all cut from the same cloth. Do you have any moral sense at all? Yes. That's why I do this job. You do it to see your name in print.
Ho,
As if my
Merry
editor gets the byline, I
Christmas!
just do the work. Well, don't expect my sympathy. The police will be here soon, madame. Is there anybody you would like me to contact? Family, friends? No. I have no family. Pierre and I were. He was all I had, really. Not much, was it? The dutiful wife. That was my role. He never talked, never let me in. I know one thing, madame. What? If you want to find out who killed your husband, then you let me do the job, not the police. Why? How do I know I can trust you? Your husband invited me here today because he needed me. I think he knew somebody wanted to kill
that's
him,
good then.
and he knew I could help. I doubt it was your database he was after. You're wrong. I was onto his killers already. I am sure of it. Please, you owe it to him. I don't know. All I need is a few more minutes to look around before the police come. You really do have a moral sense, don't you? I trust so few people. And perhaps Pierre really did think that you could help. Of course it wouldn't have stopped him seducing you too. Here, take
So
this.
everyone who's on TikTok,
It's the
I
key to the
normally do
drawing
have
room
my
next to the
camera on.
library at the end of the hall.
but
It
so
was Pierre's
I don't know
room.
where my other camera's
I
gone.
rarely went in there.
But I am
I
on
couldn't.
YouTube,
I was too scared
Twitch
of what I might
and
find.
Facebook. So if you want to come over there and watch it in full,
Thank
you
you.
certainly can.
I promise you won't regret this.
But I am active on TikTok, guys. So you know, if you want to have a chat, say hello.
The door was locked.
Yeah, could she give you the key?
Now,
Let's go have a look. Go on. Oh, posh.
the painting showed the Cachons together, in love. As the poet said, the past is a different country. Or did I read that in a fortune cookie? There was the very faintest of clicks. Behind the picture was a safe.
Well, we haven't got the key for that, so we're going to have a look. There'll be something on his desk, no doubt. Broken sword.
As expected, the desk
I
was
used to
yet
play this on
another
my tablet,
priceless
if you remember.
antique. Yawn. The blotter and in tray had clearly been placed with mathematical precision. I didn't need a sheet. I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that My heart skipped a beat. It was a carved elephant.
Yeah, I used to play this on my
But
tablet.
not just any carved elephant. It had been made by my father. I knew for certain because in my apartment I carved into a box he had made. So Cachon had known my father. They really must have been friends. I decided to take the carved elephant. It clearly meant nothing to Imelda.
Okay, so there must be an ink thing somewhere in that. I can't remember it. Yeah, I used to play this on my tablet. I've still got it on my tablet.
Locked. Not surprising, really.
Right. Somewhere there should be, like, things to be... Oh no, I've got them, haven't I? I think. So if I use that on there...
I'd spread blue paint over the bottom of the tray. It was ruined. I was a very bad girl, but also quite a clever one.
Then if we get the...
No.
Okay.
No. No. I didn't need a sheet.
Well, there must be something you roll in that.
I didn't want to take the tray, but I knew that I could use it. In a way, I was going back.
There must be something else you have to roll in the... Quickly talk to her because I can't remember. There must be something like a... Something to... You've got to roll it or something.
Did you find anything useful? This carving. Do you know anything about it? It was Pierre's. What does the statue have to do with... Please, I need to know. He was given it by a friend. Something to do with Africa. He never explained any more? No. But I think it was important to him. Always on display. Why? It was carved by my father. Oh, I see. I didn't know. Just one thing. I know this is going to sound strange, but did your husband ever mention... Did he ever talk to you about a penguin? Or a snowman? What? I don't understand. He never mentioned people dressed up as penguins. Nico, I don't know what you're talking. My dear, you should go before the police arrive. There will be many awkward questions. I am grateful that... Please, I'd misjudged her. From the side... Maybe I should have interrogated the cat.
You need to find a stamp or something.
You alright, boss man?
So there must be something behind that picture, but we haven't got the key. That doesn't
It
fit
was the wrong kind of key.
It's in. I know where it is. It's in that drawer. Good.
I didn't need the light. This wasn't the time for. Though it is.
There's got to be something somewhere. There's something you do here. You must have to roll.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
need.
she's going to say that same thing again, isn't she? Fuck it, let's go ahead and. Okay. Apparently I can look down. Can I? Unless they mean that table outside. Because there's a thing here, look.
A magnificent.
Ah, there it is, right. So we put that in there.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff. Instead of comforting Imelda, because there was something going on here. And hey,
Can we shut that yet? Right. Now if we go through here, go to there, that should give us the thing to roll out all the stuff on there. Right. Key.
in the safe was some kind of artifact. There were strange symbols on its surface. It looked like the printer's blocks I'd made at art school. If there was one thing I'd learned about, but the I
I'll
knew
just get
it,
on with
and
it.
sure.
We know what it is, we don't need a description. We obviously have to roll it in there. So we get that. Roll that in the paint. Now she's
I
gonna-
rolled the artifact in the paint
Now she's going to put
until
a wet.
it was completely coated.
Yeah, great. Now she's going to put a wet bloody thing in the.
Genius! The roller and the paint worked just as I planned. But what did it say? It was some kind of coded message. It read, subjudice. I may not have learned a lot as a journalist, but that was a term I knew well. It means a legal case that is before the courts. Below it was a sequence of letters that made no sense. I suddenly realized there was a connection between the boat ticket and the coded message. The boat ticket was stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. The Conciergerie on the Ile de la Cité, by the river, housed the ancient law courts. So, subjudice could in this case mean literally under the law courts, below the Conciergerie. I was pretty sure I'd found all I could here. And besides, all this opulence was making me pine for my regular life of poverty. But I was going to crack it. And if I could just remember the name of that fancy prize you get for being an ace journalist, I was definitely going to win it this time.
We need to run away before the police get here.
Imelda, I will do everything I can to find the killer. Thank you, my dear. And if the police ask, don't worry. You were never here. Subjudice was the key. I was going to have to find a way under the Conciergerie. I decided to head straight for the quayside on the Ile de la Cité. If there was a way of getting under the Conciergerie, it would have to be from there.
Oh, there you go. That's the first bit done. So when you used to
Carchon wasn't the type for messing about on the river.
when you used to
He
get
was
this
up to something down
game
here.
originally,
Something that
it
got him
started off in a
killed.
calf. Well, we can see it straight away. Look, the markings.
I tried
It's
a
'cause
strange pair of...
this is going to be good. Right. Oh no. No, we have to try and... Nearly. So do we move... Okay, and that gets us nowhere. Bring that back. That comes up. That comes there. That comes there. What have I done here? Fuck this right up. Don't really get what to do here. Well, I do know what I've got to do, I just can't do it. So I have to get that down low enough for that to slide all the way through to let that out. So that one's done. Yeah. And then
Yes.
easy.
One down, one to go.
One down, one to go. We've got to the other side. Need that to be moved on, so I need to get that out of the way. Which means... So I need to get that right down so that that one can slide out. But I can't. Now we're stuck again, so it doesn't really do nothing, does it? Because we can't move. Doesn't help anything. That doesn't help anything. We need that moved. That's that one. I need to move that one out of the way and I can't fucking move it. This one. Because even if we brought it all the way over here, that's still not going far enough to... And that's in a way then. Very close here, aren't we? Because then we can do that. There we go. Now all we've got to do is move. Woohoo!
Nothing like a good convent education for honing your lockpicking skills. For a room full of junk, that was one very sophisticated lock system. This place was definitely fishy, in more ways than one.
I would be talking, Michael, but I'm streaming. Even if you're still there. Let's have a look at this.
Oops. An old shell case. I wondered what that was doing there. Moving a skiff would only...
Remember, there's a bit of a quiz here
The
inside here
words
as well.
Sinister and Dexter were carved on either side. Now any good convent girl like me knows the old Roman for left, right. But what did it mean here? Mystery solved. Carchon's stone cylinder slotted into the hole with a satisfying click.
Just got to try and work out what the fuck this does then, haven't we?
A satisfying click told me I turned it to the right position. It felt like tumblers in a safe. Another click. Another step closer. I made a mistake. The lock reset.
2, 1,
A satisfying
2.
another click. Oh no!
Okay.
I had to start again.
So it's that way,
A sec
that way,
another click.
that way, that way, that way, that way again maybe?
Oh no!
Bollocks.
I had to start again.
Left, right,
Another click.
left, left again. No.
Ho, ho, ho!
Michael, thank you, like-
Merry Christmas!
I love the sound of locks clicking open.
Oh. By mistake. Facebook never said you were live. No, it wouldn't.
I removed the.
That didn't shut. Right. This is a fucker, if I remember. You've got a... There's something you've got to do over here and here at the same time. Leave Discord. That's right, I've just done that.
Oh my god! The slab came down with a hell of a force. With nothing to hold it up, the cross dropped back down again. Lifting the cross closed the.
So there must be something we can put in there, maybe that.
The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
Let's go have a look over here.
I touched the slot, which was good. I've always this slot. The artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed. I removed it. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of... The cross didn't drop back. The gap was too thin for me to get it. I needed something thin. The gap was too narrow. I need...
No, hang on. Hold on, go back. Don't... Oh, Alright. So I have to kind of squish that shell.
When Santa got stuck up the chimney, he began to shout.
You girls and boys won't get any toys if you don't pull me out. My beard is black, there's soot in my sack, my nose is tickling too.
When Santa got stuck up the chimney,
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Thank you for your share. Appreciate that, Muggle.
The gap was too narrow. I was going to need something a lot stronger than a head.
So there's a way to... Something moves when you... So it is that. So when I lift this,
Ho,
that lifts
ho,
that.
ho! Merry Christmas!
So lifting that doesn't do fuck all, except open that.
This wouldn't hold. I needed to use something.
I am using the right thing, but then I need to take that out, stick that underneath there.
The slab was too heavy for me.
Yeah, I know. But that's why you then put this in there, which then opens that. So that's now open. And there's normally, you can take that out.
I removed the shell case.
And then you should be able to put the shell case underneath that door, I think. Which is not allowing me to. Let's see what this says. That's what I'm... What does that mean there?
No way would I be able.
Does that open when we... Wrong door. There you go. That no flattens that.
The stone slab had flattened.
I know, that's why we've done it. There's the one thing about this game, it's very repetitive in certain things. I can go in there, and then grab hold of this, go in there. Take that, come on.
I removed the.
You did, you've done very well. And then if we go under the door. Yeah, so a little tiny shotgun shell
Another
can
good
lift a
use for
fucking great
another.
door. That was a big cut. No?
Wow. Through the darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did it...
Must be where I turn the light on, I can't remember. There's nothing to turn the lights on. Perhaps I'm missing something here.
Amazing. The thing still works. That wasn't going to help.
Okay.
I wasn't going.
I know one of the desks you've got to look through. There it is.
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code. Damn, don't you just hate it when that happens? A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media
There's the show
himself.
Archer. Who's Archer?
Carchon. Doing the photograph, but there it was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk. Oh my God! The sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They were right about chocolate. But come on, guys, I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it, and people were getting murdered. The dregs at the bottom of the mug hadn't dried out or gone moldy. It wasn't more than a day old. This was the article I'd written about the costume killer. My suspicions were right. Carchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume. A penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon? The drawer had come. I wasn't going to find anything in this. A door like that
Sure,
always
Bob from
has
Bob's
something
Burgers.
important
Ah,
behind
okay.
it. I had to find a way to unlock it. That wasn't going.
That key isn't going to fit it, is it?
That wasn't.
I swear you go in another cupboard somewhere.
There was nothing.
I've done everything you need to around there.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
See what the hint says. Oh, it's one of these fucking things. This takes me ages. Right. It says going to say that the maybe them 3 letters there. So if we go, that's a T. The N is a H. There's a H, and that symbol, which is where's that symbol? That one is an E. That hasn't helped anything, has it? Maybe that's a H. Oh, we've done H, haven't we? Oh, this is hard. I thought they'd give you like a letter to help you start off with. So let's say the N is a T then. So that's a T. No? No, I think I was probably right the first time with that being a T. But that can't be E. Ah, there we go. That'll help. Cheat. Cheat. Oh, hang on. Where's that? It's that one, aren't you? P-E is the N. The circles are R's. Can't find my mouse. Report, P-O-R-T is it? So that is an R, O. So that's an O. That thing is a report. Aha, there we go, now it's making sense, no cheating. I didn't cheat, I just used a hint. Report to so I'm going to say that end of a squiggly line is a H. No? Maybe not. That can't be. That can't be a H. That's an that squiggly line is a by the looks of that, which is that one is an A. Maybe, I don't know. To wait, so that is a W. Yeah. Fucking hell, this is hard, isn't it? That is an S, maybe. So the N. Oh no, N. It must be a H. Does that make sense so far? I don't know. Yeah, this. So that must be a B because that's got that looks like both. Is, do we have an N already? MN, no, so that one there must be an N. But, so that's going to be a U, isn't it? That is going to be a U. Urgent. That's a G. See, it all folds in once you fuck about with it for a bit, doesn't it? Urgent. Oh, G, you fucking tosser. There you go. Indeed. So that's gonna, that U is gonna be a D. What the fuck does that mean? Indeed it seems, so that's an M, isn't it? That D, that thing there's got to be an M. That both dead. This is not a, don't know what that word is. Indeed it seems that something that can't be an O. That's got to be an O. That something of, so that's got to be an F, isn't it? Of us who came together. Came together? Ah, condone. Ah, there you go. Woo! Right, in something are in danger. Take. So that's a take. Where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That is okay. Don't know what that is. Of us who came together in something are in danger. With a U. It's got to be an L. So that's an L. Just got to find out what this word is now. In something are in danger. There you go. I'll leave it to the you lot in chat. Come on. Just got to get my camera back on again now because it decided to fucking pull itself out. Just bear with me. You lot can figure that out while I'm messing about with this. We're back. Come on, you all intelligent people. Anyone who came together in something, and we ain't got a lot of letters left. Should we say that's a V maybe? It can't be an X, can it? Can it? No? So no, that one And that can't be right. Together in... That's going to be a place. It's going to be a place. So I'm going to say that is probably the first one. Is there such a place with an X in it? At the end, like that? No? Julks? Come together in July. There you go. No, that could be fucking anything, can't it? So if we just go through the V. X.
I had decrypted the notebook. It read, Pierre, full report to follow. But this is too urgent to wait. Arno and Yamada both dead. This is not a coincidence. Indeed, it seems that all of us who came together in July are in danger. Take great care. X. I wasn't the only one to make the connection between... I'd been right all along. That was why he had asked to meet me. But what did I know that he didn't? I had enough for a story. An amazing story that was going to make my reputation and blow Conchance to pieces. I needed to get home fast and start typing.
What was in that wall then?
Bonsoir, Collard.
Nico, it's Ronnie.
Hey, Ronnie, you cracked open the champagne yet?
Are you crazy?
What's wrong? Wait a minute. You didn't print it, did you?
Course I didn't print.
That's the best piece I've written.
The last, as far as I'm concerned.
It's important.
It's suicidal. You can't destroy a national hero.
He deserved it.
His corpse isn't even cold.
Ronnie, 2 hours ago I told you what I'd found. You loved it. You begged me to write it up immediately.
2 hours is a long time in newspapers,
It's
Nico.
TikTok.
Someone's
not
got to you,
following the
haven't
game
they?
properly.
Listen up, Nicole, and listen good. Pierre Carchon had a lot of friends. Powerful friends. For your own sake.
Forget what happened.
You got it. End of conversation. Good night.
There you go,
This
just
should have been my big break, but I knew there was nowhere else to sell this story. If Ronnie wouldn't print it, nobody would.
Bonsoir, Collard.
Mademoiselle Collard, my name is Plantard. I need to talk to you about your story. Your Pierre Carchon story.
How did you know about that?
There are people out there, madame, who will be very upset by this story.
Oh, really? Well, it's their lucky day. It's been spiked.
Yes, I know. We must meet.
We must?
I have information relating to your costume killer stories. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Café de la Chandelle Verte,
So
Rue
on-
Alain Court.
On the original
I shall
thing
be wearing
of this
a grey
game,
overcoat.
if
You
anyone
must
ever
talk
did
to
play
no one
this
about
years
this.
ago,
You can't tell
and
me
this is
what
where
to...
the game
Tomorrow
actually
at
starts.
8.
Is at
I'll
this
be
cafe.
waiting.
And that's George Stobart. So that's what
People
you'll know
complain
soon.
about newspaper articles all the time,
because this
but
is
not
like
usually before they're
This is
printed.
called the director's cut.
I was beginning to feel scared. This guy, Plantard, could I trust him? Should I meet him or forget the whole business? I didn't have an answer.
So now the game turns into how it should start years ago. Yeah.
I'd only been in Paris for a week, but already I'd fallen in love with the city. My latest discovery was a little cafe, La Chandelle Verte. I was pretty sure the waitress was taking a shine to me. That old Stobart charm, I guess. Little did I know my reverie was about to be so rudely interrupted.
Boom.
As I picked myself up, I was really angry. 1 minute I'm on vacation, the next minute some clown's blown me
You've
up.
just been fucking
I knew
blown up.
right away
I'm
what I was
really
gonna do.
angry.
I was gonna find that clown and bring him to justice. Because justice matters. Justice is up there with liberty and equality and fraternity. After all, that's why I'd studied law, wasn't it? Well, that and money, of course. The big story was about the brutal murder of a French media magnate, shot down in cold blood. The guy oozed confidence, like a... The leading article referred to the visit of a noble... The column was devoted exclusively to room... I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read, Salah Eddin, 1345. The sight of the dead guy's staring eyes turned my knees to jelly. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page. I hoped the fact that the mirror was already...
So I think if you take a drink before this,
Never
there's certain
again.
things you
How
can't
much
do.
vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Shelley?
George Stobart, ma'am. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel...
Just relax.
You don't...
There's been an...
Are you a doctor?
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about the old man?
Yes, he is.
Ah, mon Dieu. I've never seen a real-life cop that was different. As he...
I shouldn't think so. Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that horrible tune he played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either. Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
How did the old man behave?
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having...
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
It didn't open.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
Did this newspaper belong to the old gentleman?
I don't know.
Someone has scribbled a note on it. It reads, Salah Eddin, 1345. Does that mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
Don't actually think there's more I can...
I needed a stiff drink, but I've
already done him, and but I don't know if there's anything else.
I checked his pockets. Nothing.
Please, hold it right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Mou. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no. I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café. Marche.
En avant,
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead.
Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Monsieur
Travel.
Stobart.
I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious character.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened...
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Sergeant Moo?
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure. I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say. Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't...
Ah.
Oh, yeah?
We don't...
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur...
There's a note.
Ah.
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped. It is the...
Salah Eddin the clown. See you later, Sergeant.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yep, that's right. On vacation in Paris.
Some vacation, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out in front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with a hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I'm Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What is that, some kind of nightclub?
Oh, no, it's a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. An eyewitness account, minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
A clown?
Ho, ho,
It's
ho!
Imogen.
Merry Christmas!
Brian, thanks for your look. How are you?
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Plantard. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Well, not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. How did Plantard get your name?
Through the newspaper, La Liberté.
Yeah,
I've written
thank
an
you for your
article
look.
linking two unsolved murders, one in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantard said he could supply me with more information. Somehow the clown must have known about our appointment.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his
Girls and
psychic
boys
powers.
won't get any toys if you
Yeah.
don't pour me out. My beard is black, there's soot in my sack, my nose is tickling too.
When Santa goes stuck up the chimney.
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
Mornings, yes.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Why won't you tell me about the clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is
How are
strictly
you, Duff?
business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine. I'll see you soon.
Let's go and speak to this bloke.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quel bit. I could have knocked his block off.
I'm just going to turn my computer down because that's fucking loud, that is. Maybe that's better.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantard.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you've noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, Who are you, anyhow? A cop?
No, of course.
No? How do you know?
Didn't you hear the explosion?
I wondered what that...
Yeah.
Merde.
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saint.
Take a look at this.
You told me you weren't a cop.
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential. Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Pah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Tcha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is. Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
What about your toolbox?
Stuff it. Help yourself.
See that the work, like when they've obviously redone this, some of the things are different. Like he would have never said "help yourself" to his toolbox.
I found a T-shaped tool in the box. I didn't know what it was, but it looked useful.
See, obviously, because I played this before, I do know where I'm going.
The clown had fled into this alley, but there was no sign of him now. I was in...
I'll scare everyone. One for you, Michael. That's where he hides them.
I lifted the...
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose. I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
Nice.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Hi there. Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu. That is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with I didn't realize my way.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron. But he did not know what he was up against. Oh no. He made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Nice. Kajora.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was.
That belonged to his...
Oh!
I don't know. Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little trick with numbers that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help,
I don't need to
the
talk to
citizens of
anything
Paris
else.
can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
So the clown had escaped into the sewer, come up into the courtyard, and then slipped back into the street here. It wasn't much, but it was more than the cops had got. Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. you don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Is that it? Okay.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Hello, Nico Collard.
Hello? It's George.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment later this afternoon?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come over.
Rue Jarry. Mon ami.
I was used to working alone, but I had to admit it felt good with George on the case too. But there were some things I was going to have to do alone, and fast. I needed the answers to some questions. Who was the costume killer? And why did he murder Carchon? Why did Carchon ask for me to interview him? How did he know my father? And why was my editor so scared? There was some kind of secret war going on out there, but who was on which side? One thing I did know. I wasn't going to get the answers sitting at my desk.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous. I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, madame.
So, where had my pretty new cousin hidden her little bug, eh? I was going to have to search everywhere. The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's. But that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition. The box was one of the few things... The elephant on the lid was a perfect... But that... The box... The elephant on the lid was a perfect... Oh, chère cousine, you left me a little present. You shouldn't have. You don't scare me. Espèce de...
Don't even know what that was. Spider, was it? Or... Where's this bug?
My first teddy. It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
You have no messages.
No, I'm not giving up. I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God that we are gonna get there. Stay with me, don't leave me where you go. You call, but you never did. But you never.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
You leave your heart at my door.
Can I go back there? I can.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I am guarding the scene of a terrible and heinous crime.
Yeah, this statue. Tell me about it.
Au contraire, mademoiselle. This statue is a pure and visionary statement, a comment upon man's self-imposed isolation within a debased societal framework.
Not a crime, then?
The only crime you will find here is the murder of the great Monsieur Carchon.
No. How dramatic.
I know. Here in this very building, no less, it is the killer was dressed as a mime. Police believe there was an accomplice, a young female journalist. Even as we speak, she is being hotly pursued up and down the land. No stone is being left unturned.
Good place to look for a journalist, officer.
We police are no fools.
Evidently. Why would a mime kill Monsieur Carchon?
He was a hired killer, I expect. Everybody knows mimes don't leave prints.
You must be quite an aficionado of modern art.
Au contraire, I adore...
Oh, really? How was Monsieur Cachon killed?
He was shot.
Why was he...
I have my...
Oh?
Or...
How long have...
All my life, mademoiselle.
It shows.
Thank... I would be obliged if you did not touch the art. Please do not finger the wires. They are high tension.
This guy was
if they were to be at the same time.
Monsieur?
Mademoiselle?
What do you think of this boat ticket?
Mademoiselle, if you think taking me on a boat trip down the Seine is going to get me into bed with you, then you are mistaken. I have been trained to resist women and men.
No. What do you think of this pretty cloth?
Wait a minute. What is this? I have seen this before, but where? Of course! Now I remember. At my dear grandmama's. Bless her little dressing table.
Why wouldn't mine?
He was...
Ever seen one of these?
Not since I was a boy. My father taught me how to whittle using a metal cylinder.
I bet that kept you...
Indeed.
No. What do you think of my elephant?
A poor piece, to be honest.
Oh, really? That's...
How we get out of this?
How was Miss... Why would...
I have...
Oh.
Or...
How long...
Or...
It's... You... Okay.
Is this game big to beat? There's a bit to it.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is a crime scene and I cannot...
Yeah, there's a bit to it. And there's 3 of these. Well, I don't think I've got to be here yet. So let's go back to the cafe.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story. Tell me, are you related to the workman I saw digging the hole?
Don't talk to me about flobage. Pah!
Okay.
He just won a fortune on the horses and he won't give me a cent.
Well, it's his money.
When he was broke, he was happy to touch me for a loan. Brothers should look after each other, he used to say. He's changed his tune, now he's brassed up.
You're doing a fine job.
Damn right I am. You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
Hello?
Yes?
I need to take some more pictures.
Of course. My pleasure. Just give me a moment.
The police had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed. A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes. Behind the table were some damaged pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. I was on the right track. Some journalists.
Hey, what about...
Of course.
Well?
Camera. Oh.
Hi.
Well, this woman had fooled him and...
They've moved the... I put the thing back.
The door was locked. I wondered what was implanted. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Carchon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items. A strange... Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Carchon.
Woo! Right. So they're going to be the same. So let's say they are... Let's say that's going to be an N. Seems to be a lot of N's, doesn't it? E maybe? That can't be E. Is that a the? Maybe? That can't be a H. Because you don't have no letters which have got a H there. So that H can't be H. So that means that can't be a T and an E then. So is that in? No. Tell you what, I'm going to assume that says Pierre, so let's put Pierre in. No, P. Can't be. Can't be. It can't be an N either. Come on, Bill, you're good at things like this. I don't want to use one, but Seems to be loads of them symbols, doesn't there? So let's put that as an A. I'm going to put that as an N, I think, just to have a look. What was that chap's name? The one begin with A. Well, that's got to be Anne, doesn't it, with that U being there. That's Yamanda, or whatever his name is, because that was what that other chap's name was. So that's an M, is it? Was it Yamanda? Or something like that. Oh, that wasn't an M. Oh, what was his name? Can we go back and look without... Do we not have that other scrap of paper?
Rolling out the painted cylinder had given me a print of a secret. It read, another coded mess. So...
Ah, got to start again. Right, so we know that that was N. That was A. That was N, sorry. Ah, what a ball ache this is. I think that was D, wasn't it? That was D. So that's and. Oh, that's his name, isn't it? It's got to be his name. Tower, doesn't it? T-A-R. And Pierre. P-I, isn't it? P-I. N as an E. Killed. Now we're getting somewhere. Murderer. Murderer? M. U. Must. That's got to be that is Yamanda. It's got to be because his name was Yam. Right, Yam. He will, maybe. He will. which is that and that. And from. Have Plantar Pierre killed, murderer must have followed trial from Arno and Yamada. He will come. For us now, we must be vigilant.
Plantard. Pierre killed. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell a story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for. I needed to take a closer look at the objects I'd found in The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel, in the room below the conciergerie. The strange metal artifact I found had pointed back to...
Oh, I've got to do all this again.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too. The folders were empty. A photograph had been torn up. If I could just arrange the pieces...
You can already see who it is. Well, I already know who it is, but you can see who it is already. It's very apparent.
Oh my God. It can't be.
Yes, it can. Can't go there, can it?
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father. Papa, oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Canchon while those murderers carried on with their evil work.
My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it. I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story, and that I really needed George.
Hey, Nicole.
I pushed against the door.
Knew I should have gone and spoke to
Oh,
him.
hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that. It is it's...
You mean the...
Done.
Thanks for...
Oh, dude, fuck, I don't want to talk to her.
See you later.
That...
Should just have to push it hard.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock. Hi.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not gonna do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant...
A snowman? You know, and I'll tell you...
I don't...
Or an... I found a piece of material near the... When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Don't really know what I've got to do.
Hi there. Who? I'm... so I take a lot... Oh. Hi there. Who? I'm... so I...
Oh, I take it I can't. Don't really know what I've got to do here.
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone.
And if I don't?
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick. Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Why did you not say? He's not here.
But...
do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone asked to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kids. Eh bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso, like Laurel and Keaton. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur, I do not. I have no memory for faces.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Don't really know where we're supposed to go then.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says Larisse du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume. I found this tissue down the sewer.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
I have to go.
Okay.
We have another place.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then, I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay. What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift.
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer.
Why?
It's a gas.
If you ever...
Okay. I have to go.
Okay.
Can't use a phone. Ugh.
Hello? Mr. Ty... Oh. The man I'm looking for. He bought a suit for...
Mr.
Yes, the Hotel Ubu. Thanks.
Speak to this bloke. Ugh.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur. It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Mr. Stobart. My mind is a mental class, not just, but there...
If he was trying to... He was...
Eh bien,
But...
I've been taken...
What about the murder?
It is out...
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobart.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
So long, Inspector. Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown?
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this...
Nothing. See you later, Sergeant.
Should be a hotel somewhere, there we go.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and...
I know plenty. That does...
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
It's on the tip of everyone's tongue.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't...
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
He came some...
A brief...
No, the club.
There's nothing really to hear here.
Yeah, I'll... Has Merlin returned to the hotel? Are you...
No, I need... I'm...
Just need to get through this to get to the next bit.
I'm not... that...
What happened to... I'm glad...
And it...
Who was the guy who led you on?
Right.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I'd noticed a change in his... Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
I don't
have... You won't...
Rat.
I'm looking for a man...
They're on...
If you say... Do you know a man named...
No, man.
Right, he's not helping, so we need to go and speak to her. Actually, let's try and pick them keys up.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You...
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Oh, he's gone.
Did I show you this photo?
Yeah.
Okay, right. For some reason, something hasn't triggered here because we're supposed to be at the well.
What now?
About the key hang...
Oui, monsieur.
Which room?
Number 20.
Is that room?
No.
I believe Khan...
What axe do you have?
Huh?
Well,
not
I am...
There was no one registered under the... But the name in the...
What now?
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was...
It is reserved.
Rats.
No, monsieur. That...
Don't know how to get it, I can't remember.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Yeah.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you
Oh.
And dip?
No, ma'am.
Scared for...
I was...
It's a...
It's... I was hoping...
Where? But a good... I say! You there? Flunky?
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewellery for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you, my dear.
The door.
Is it that one though? I can't remember.
Maybe it wasn't the right room.
I think we go out the window.
The bed was... battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty. It was Khan. I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom. As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed. But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises. He left his checkered pants on the bed. A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked, then sewn back up with strong thread and a special stitch. I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm. There was nothing in the pocket. Was a strip along the side, then sewn. There was nothing in the pocket. I flipped the pants over. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no... But as I pulled the thread with a metal tag on... I pulled on the metal... It was like pulling out... I turned the pants over. I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing else in...
What now?
Does this pass? That's right. I want to see what...
And
you're
maybe in pot.
Need help one more time. Then I've got to go back up to that room, chuck the stuff out we find in the safe.
Hi, ma'am.
Otherwise you get killed.
Hello.
Oh, is it not?
I found this pack.
So...
Uh-huh. This guy... I showed the path, but...
Oh,
Follow me, George.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
One moment.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not... If the tailors... It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantar.
See, I played this years ago and I didn't do this. So what you got to do is you got to go that, that and check.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
I don't know if I've also got to do that with that card. No.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet. You bet.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
See, they'd have killed me if I'd have.
If the
had this on me.
manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait. Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades. This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and...
Oh.
Not yet.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh. Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it? A credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Don't know where I'm going, but... I think we're supposed to look back at the manuscript. Come on.
Hi, how...
Oh, hi.
Let's take a... There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but...
I don't think I'd like...
What's that object between...
It looks... There's a guy, he's weaving...
Oh, it's somewhere famed for weaving.
Where...
It be...
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen.
She made me...
She didn't?
Like I said... A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Look there, too. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobineau.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobineau guy?
At the Krohn Museum. I'll give you the address.
I have to go.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobineau?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the...
But
Where is...
Do you know anything?
Not me. It is the...
And
they are aware of... No.
Do you know anything about... Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
I guess... Thanks. In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
I only know I had to do that because if you try and do it when he's not distracted.
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
Leave it alone.
closet? Pardon me.
Women.
Can you give me any further info?
Certainly. That.
What's the importance?
D was the.
Don't you...
Well, whatever.
What kind of... Yeah. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? That trap
House.
a painful.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or move.
It strikes me that
It has.
Thanks.
Watch out! You'll have that done.
So I think I've got to do this again.
Attention! Please don't.
Don't you think it's
Better stuff.
What's the...
Not just.
So what...
The amount of. Since they open. That. Don't open. Don't. Don't open. Don't.
His back's turned. How can you fucking see it?
This is ridiculous. I could be here for hours.
I can't remember what I've got to do then. You have to do that, but I can't remember what you've got to do.
As I reached toward the display, I froze.
No, mister.
Okay.
Hey,
What's wrong?
you must.
I'm sorry.
Now, what did I tell you? Not.
Oh, yeah. Pardon me.
Women.
Do you recognize the...
No.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm.
Do you recognize this?
I don't.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamo?
Oh, no.
Thanks.
I haven't got a fucking clue what I've got to do.
Hi. I've been to the Kroon Museum.
Did you speak to Labino?
No, he wasn't there. I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marne.
I have heard of Loch Marne. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip.
No.
Professor Nigel Pegram excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marne. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his... Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a fourth series of his popular... This site at Loch Marne must be...
He's a professor of history.
All the same, I'd like to talk... How do you feel about it?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be I want to follow. If you really think Picram's gem is important, why don't you visit?
On my own? Where is Ireland exactly? I have to go.
Okay.
Off to Ireland we go. A few hours later.
I passed the castle on the way into Loch Marne. The castle where Pegram's excavation was located.
There's got to be the
Hi
shittest
there.
Irish accents.
What?
What's your name, kid?
Who are you calling kid? Who the hell are you?
Rosso's the name? Murder's my game.
You a detective?
Let's just say I'm here to find the truth.
Cool. Just like on the telly.
Cut the crap and tell me your name.
Liam McGuire.
What are you doing hanging around the bar, McGuire?
I'm on the run from me dad.
Why? Did you do something bad?
I ain't done nothing, boss.
You can tell me, kid.
Yeah.
Is it your dad?
Sir, he drinks every last penny down his evil throat. And there's me poor old mother, bedridden and dying of presumption. I tried to buy her medicine. Chopped firewood for Father Mahoney till me fingers bled. The old skinflint cheated me too. But I took the pennies he gave me back home. Look, Ma, says I, see what your darling son has earned with his own sweat and blood. When suddenly, me dad appears and grabs the loot. I'm off to Dublin, heavy drinking, says he. Watch out till I get back. That's why I runned away.
Something in the grin on his face told me he wasn't being strictly truthful. Compared to him, Huckleberry Finn was a candidate for Altar Boy of the Year. What can you tell me about the castle, McGuire?
What do you want to know?
Well, can I get inside?
No, it's locked up.
Does anyone live there?
No. Only, what do you want to know? Oh, nothing.
You know something about the castle you're not telling me, don't you?
No.
What is it you're covering up? Is it something you're scared of?
I ain't scared of nothing.
I'll give you one last chance to tell me about the castle.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't?
Then I'm taking you back to school.
Oh, there's a ghost. It's called the Phantom of Loch Man.
You're not telling me you believe in ghosts, are you?
Mister, I seen it with me very own eyes. Last Tuesday night, I went up to see what that dig was about. I just reached the top of the wall when I hears this awful noise.
What sort of noise?
A horrible snuffling and snorting. Like O'Brien's, it was coming.
Did you find out what was making...
No fear. I just... The moon, the yacht... I would have...
Did you...
Bored of this. Can't...
I'm
there...
Talking about something.
Do you know a man called...
Can you just...
He's...
I know...
Can you tell...
No, I...
Do you know...
Digging...
Have you...
Hearing...
I'm just going to skip this bit.
Why?
Because this doesn't actually mean fuck all, so... Show him a picture.
Have you ever seen...
What a
Give me your hand.
Get lost.
Oh, come...
No way. Father Mahoney.
I just want to shake...
No way.
See you later, kid.
Okay, mister.
Let's go for the point. Nick that.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
I need to stand near him so when he coughs, I can nick his bit of wire.
Top of the morning to you.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say.
Do you want some...
Why... That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could, if you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the undertaker comes to collect him.
I'll try a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
In other words, it's flat and warm with bits in, and it makes you fall over.
Do you know a man called Pegram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be locked away.
Did Pegram stay here?
Yes, he did. 6 nights plus breakfast.
Have you served any, clowns recently?
No. You're the first today.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't. What do you want with him?
I've got a score to settle.
I don't want any trouble in the bar, mister. If it's a fight you're looking for, see Father Mahoney.
A priest? A man of the cloth?
Sure. And he teaches the boys how to box at the youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you the art of pugilism? Doyle.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
Do you recognize the name on this card?
No. Should I?
Nah, it was a long shot. Look, Hi, my name...
Hello there, mister. What?
Do you know
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know we is.
Do you know anything about Pegram?
Only that he didn't have what he...
Pegram
is understanding how people... One day...
Imagine that.
Well, it won't be Arrowhead fat.
Can you tell me...
Oh, you should ask, would you be one of...
Oh no, I'm here on vacation.
What's that?
A vacation?
Oh, right.
Sure.
Where the hell in California? I know it. That's where the Bruins come.
Yeah. Did anyone from the village work at Pegram's Dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the rest of them put together?
Bye for now. Hello there.
Pleased to meet you, Aim.
Have you heard of the Phantom?
More than that. I've seen it. And let me tell you, it's a dreadful spectacle.
So it's not just a local legend. There really is a Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh no. I was talking about the Phantom of the Opera.
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
I most certainly have. A remarkable institution. Did you know? They were the originators of our system of credit. Their financial empire stretched from the Atlantic to the Caspian Sea. With bases in so many countries, they had to establish new methods of fiscal transfer.
So, the Knights Templar were nothing but a bunch of bankers.
I don't get it. Are you saying these Templar guys invented bank charges?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose they did.
What a dirty trick. Didn't anyone try to stop them?
Oh, yes. They were arrested, and many were burnt at the stake.
Good. They bloody well deserved it, if they were anything like my bank manager.
What can you tell me about the castle, Mr. O'Brien?
It's a fine sight now, isn't it? Dates back to the 10th century, you know. Most of the existing building was added much later, of course.
Are the ruins open to the public?
Oh, no, it's much too dangerous. Anyway, there's nothing of interest remaining.
Can you tell me about the tripod which was found at the castle?
Now, there's a bone of contention and controversy. It was dug up by an Englishman of the archaeological persuasion.
Who was this Englishman?
Professor Pegram, the same man who dug up the gem.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that, but he's gone from the village. A sore point with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why is Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest, that's why. More than that, there's the question of an unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Can you tell me more about the landlord?
Mick Leary? He's what you call a would-be sophisticated. The trouble is, his idea of sophistication extends as far as putting paper in the lavatory.
I never worked out why he did that. It's much too dark in there to read.
That's true. Have you ever run your hand over the back of the door? The graffiti is written in Braille.
Do you know where Pegram is gone?
I'm sorry, but I don't. He'll anchor in the dark. and shipped out before the dawn.
Why did he do that?
Who knows? A guilty conscience. Whatever, maybe.
What can you tell? Oh no.
Thank the Lord for that.
How can I...
But I...
Goodbye for now. Hi there, old timer.
What?
Nasty cold you. As soon as the word...
Is there such a type of father?
What did he say?
He said pious. Anyway.
Polynosis?
Thank you.
Excuse me?
Police.
What's that you're making?
It's an...
Oh, shit.
When?
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the...
What's wrong with it?
I've seen...
Can you tell me...
Don't even think...
That's what...
Then
Ghost...
you...
There's no...
That's right.
Have you ever seen the ghost?
To be sure.
Can you describe... Are you... Do you know...
That's the... No.
I think... I don't think...
What?
He was...
Oh!
I'll see you...
I need to nick that. Oh, shit.
Pleased to meet. My name's Fit.
See you later.
Ah, bollocks. You only get if... Look, there's not many chances you to nick that bit of wire. Just have to wait.
As soon as...
Because when this bloke runs out and gets hit by a car, you have to fix
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Tunnel drawer.
Can I get you...
Oh, no, thank you. I shouldn't be drinking. I'm on tablets.
Do you know Professor...
He's the archaeologist.
That's right. What can you...
There's nothing...
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died. We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
No.
Did you work at Professor Peagram's dig?
What gave you that idea?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I'm sure I don't know him.
See you later. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
May I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please.
That's the secret of the master brew. Each barrel is lovingly manhandled, suspended, lowered into the cellar like...
Look, I
think you have to go and speak to him again.
Hey.
What?
Do you know anything about Peagram's dig?
He wouldn't let... I didn't...
Did anyone from the village...
Pegram bought some He reckoned no one in Lochmar. The only local guy...
Fitzgerald says he's never been...
He's having you.
See you later, kid.
Okay.
Mr. Fitzgerald. McGuire says he saw you. What's more, he's...
I knew this would happen.
I need to talk...
What do you mean?
Yeah, you too.
You're not from the Socialist...
Hell no.
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
I'm not in a position to make judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
But he's not here.
I know that. But he left that package with you, didn't he? So where did Pegram go?
I don't know. I swear it. He came to see me early this morning. Said he was leaving. He asked me to give this package to a guy called Marquet.
Show me what's in the package, Sean.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's package?
You don't know these people. I can't. I don't dare.
This is your last chance to show me the package, Fitzgerald. I've been patient with you, but now it's time to kick ass.
But he'll kill me.
Who will?
The man from Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram told me if I gave him the package unopened, I'd hear no more about it. But if I double-crossed Marquet, I'd be dead.
I'll deal with Jacques Marquet. Give the package to me.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem. Hey, I just seen a big red...
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're old enough.
What's the lad howling about?
A big red sports car. Sean Fitzgerald's been runned over.
Get out! Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy maker.
Oh, yes? And who's going to pay for it?
Not me.
Me too, neither.
I was telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill. Would you look at that, says I, and I going over to take a closer look. Next thing, Fitzy comes tearing out of the pub and nearly knocks me on my ass, but the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an awful wallop. He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I thought he was a goner. Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes. He was dressed like a bloody pixie.
Rover's return.
Hey, Maguire.
What?
Did this pixie have a scar on his chest?
I couldn't see. Are you a...
Sorry to disappoint you. Did Fitzgerald...
I didn't see.
Maybe the package fell somewhere else. See you later, kid.
Okay, miss...
I tugged at the trapdoor, but it... I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Hey, how about another drink?
See him again? I'll serve anyone with manners.
No, I'm serious. Cocktail...
What? Pinball.
Right.
I don't... Oh, well, at least... It's not my dear, is it?
It just so happens...
Well, no. Here's the house. Here's... You can make a... When you finish that, will you take a look?
I couldn't see anything I used all my... I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary. I fixed your glass washer, no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half-pint to that man on the house. Now, could you take a look at the beer pumps?
I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
I pushed the lever and heard the great... I lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt bad?
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't happen to find it, did you?
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
Of course. Thank you.
Now I could see. I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily. Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open trapdoor. It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large, uncut blue stone. I guess I was already under its spell.
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid. I couldn't betray Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay. But it'll cost you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water. I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping. The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water. I held the towel under the... I shut off the faucet as tight as I could.
Can't remember what I've got to do with that. Never mind.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I found your flashlight.
So I see. You'd...
May I borrow this towel?
Sure you can.
What's that?
You keep it away.
Who's Ron?
That's him in the corner.
Look, Hello again.
What?
Could you use this towel?
I could, but it wouldn't.
I'm looking.
Never.
Don't you come.
None.
I'm from...
That's you.
I'll see you.
Can't remember what I've got to use that for.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position. Hi, do you speak English?
Well, no. What if I was to say no? An implication of cognizance shrouded in denial. A pretty poser of a paradox in...
I gave him the look.
Are you attent...
What do you think of...
Those are... I was given...
Oh, the battery was probably drained.
What? Nobody told...
What can...
Not much, I'm sorry to... stories to make your... You know...
Did you have...
I caught a glimpse. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports...
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car. A poor fella...
Have you seen...
No.
Do you happen to know where...
Back in England.
The driver of the Ferrari.
Is that so?
Yeah. He knocks...
What an idiot.
He was traveling
so fast.
I mean, the car.
But you'd have thought the idiot...
Maybe you know the guy. His name is Sean...
Oh, I know. That's me nephew. Was he killed by the...
Oh, no. But he has...
Well, that's a relief.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for? From what you say, it's too...
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle in a question of superior acceleration.
I think you ought to know exactly what...
I'm not sure I want...
But you're his uncle.
You're right, but what can I... If I'm not here... What a more stay or to go... It'll need...
Why...
You're right. We'll...
You don't... I'll... He strode off in the... The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland. I inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless... It remained... The rope by which the goat...
Okay. Now we can go down. It took me hours the first time I played this to do that. Now I remember what the cost was.
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized what it was. Plaster of Paris. I'd used it in kinder... I tried in vain to move the panel. I placed...
So I think what I've got to do is I've got to use that with that. What am I missing?
I placed my fingers and...
Ah, there it is. So I put... Oh. Hang on, just bear with me, everyone.
The statue was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand. As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the sand.
I'm just going to do this bit and then I've got to go down the shop. So, well, we'll continue this tonight.
I sprinkled...
And we put the water on it.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster. I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
When we put that in there.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, Then, silence.
Yeah, good job he's got his torch. Laters, where you off? Right, I think what I will do there is save it. And I'm going to come back later with the rest of it. Oh, I thought you said you were no fit. Yeah, I am now, yeah. Just bang on the screen. Right, thank everyone for coming in. Much love to you all. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and anything else. I will be on later with some more of that, I think. And we'll, I don't know, I might play something else, or I don't know. We'll find out. So I'll catch you all later. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.